Hi everybody, in this lesson I will help you understand what unit fractions are. So you might have heard about fractions. A fraction is a part of a whole, but in this lesson I will specifically talk about what a unit fraction is. Okay, so to understand that, let's take a look at these pictures of pizzas. This first picture here has a whole pizza, a complete pizza, divided equally or sliced equally into two parts. If you take any one of those parts or slices, that represents the unit fraction half, because it is half of the whole pizza. Now in this case, we have the whole pizza sliced equally into three slices, three parts. If you take any one of those parts, that represents the unit fraction 1/3, one of three total parts. And if you take a look at this picture here, this has the whole pizza divided equally into four parts. And if you take any one of those four parts or slices, that represents the unit fraction 1/4, also called a quarter of the whole pizza. So that is what a unit fraction is. Very simple. A unit fraction is simply each equal part of a whole. Now let's take a look at these pictures here to further understand this concept. This first picture is a bar divided equally into four parts, and one of those parts is shaded. So what fraction does this shaded part represent of the whole bar? It represents the unit fraction 1/4, one out of four parts. What about this one here? So you have the whole bar divided into five equal parts, and one of those parts is shaded. So this is the unit fraction 1/5, one out of five equal parts. This here has the whole bar divided into six equal parts. One of those is shaded, so this represents the unit fraction 1/6, one out of six equal parts. And this one here has the whole bar divided into seven equal parts, and one of those is shaded, and it's asking us what unit fraction does this represent. So this should be the unit fraction 1/7, one out of seven equal parts. All right. So now we have a question here, which figure shows 1/8 correctly? So 1/8 is the unit fraction 1/8, one out of eight equal parts. So take a look at this first bar here. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 parts, but those parts are not equal. So if you look at this part here, this is longer than this part here. This one's also, long, and this one seems short. So clearly the parts are not equal. So this shaded part here does not represent 1/8, may not represent 1/8, but if you look at this second bar here, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has been divided into eight equal parts. One of them is shaded. So this shaded area here represents 1/8 correctly. So that's the answer here. The second picture is the correct option. Now the question here says divide and shade the fraction half. Okay, so we are given two squares and it's asking us to represent or shade the fraction half in two different ways. So let's do that. In the first case, this square is my whole. This is what I'm considering the whole. So I need to shade half of the whole. So what do? So I can maybe draw a line through the middle here like this, and then I have divided the square into two equal parts, and now I can simply shade one of those two equal parts, and that is the unit fraction half. What about this one? Can I now divide the square again into two equal parts in a different way? Yes, I can. Maybe what I can do is draw this diagonal here. I'll again get two equal parts, and if I now shade one of them like this, this is also the unit fraction half. So I have represented the unit fraction half in two different ways. Now here's the next question. Divide and shade the fraction 1/4, one out of four equal parts. But once again, we need to do it in two different ways. So in this first case, this is my whole. I need to divide it into four equal parts. So maybe what I'll do is I'll draw a line through the middle here and another line through the middle like this. And now I have four equal parts, and I will just shade one of them, and this is the unit fraction 1/4. Can I do it differently? Can I divide the whole into four equal parts in a different way? Yes, I can. For example, I can join this diagonal like this, draw this diagonal like this, and now I have four equal parts again. And if I just shade any one of those parts, I will again get the unit fraction 1/4. All right. Now, here's our next question. divide and shade, here we want to shade 1/6 of the whole square. So how do I divide this square into 6 equal parts? So what I can do is perhaps draw a line through the middle here like this. So I get 2 equal parts, but I need 6. So what I can do is I can draw 2 more lines horizontally like this at equal spacing, and now I have 6 equal parts. And now if I shade any one of them, I have shaded the unit fraction 1/6, 1 out of 6 equal parts. Here I need 1/8. So I need to divide the whole square into 8 equal parts. So what can I do? So let's do this. I'll draw this diagonal and this diagonal. Now I have 4 equal parts, but I need 8. So what I can now also do is draw this line through the middle like this and this line horizontally like this. And now I have 8 equal parts. And if I shade any one of those equal parts, that gives me the unit fraction 1/8. So that is what unit fractions are. I hope you understood the concept. Thank you for watching.